Hello and welcome to Warblog. Today we're looking at Biriri, Somalia, Africa 2017. So essentially the forces are sort of the AMISOM, the Somali forces, but mainly the AMISOM units, the African Union mission in Somalia. And they basically take out Biriri, which is just over here. However, next day the Al-Shabaab units retake Biriri, and they also counter-attack, or they attack Afgoy, and there's also some engagements just around here, although there's no point putting an objective there. So this is an airfield, so I've given it fortified status. So that's that. So we're going to sort of start off with maybe the AMISOM units moving out. 1.5. So basically, I mean, we could go down here and over the river, I guess, but there's only one way across the river, really, and that's directly across it. 4. I don't think you can move any further. Now, I think I'm going to leave this unit behind in the fort to defend. That's why they're in the fort. The Somali units are sort of just hanging around, really. They're sort of tokens. No air power at the moment. So, what do they want to do? Nothing really, they're just going to sit there. Okay. I think we'll leave that because they're not going to do anything, especially counter-attacking. And now we have some US air power that will hopefully give us an edge. .5. Okay, well, let's just do it. Defender eliminated. So, but he's a regular. Look at that, he's a regular, so he just ran away. But we get to move into Biriri and capture it. Okay, so that's that. Now they can't really attack because there's 7. Oh no, there's 5. I wonder if that will give me a 1-to-1 odds. Let's see. So we did get the 5, but because we're depressed 3.1, it knocked it down, I think, and they were defending at 5.5, and that was an exchange. So that was a 1-to-2 odds, and they got an exchange, which is a pretty good roll. So they have sort of done some damage there against the AMISOM units. Sort of out of the blue. Okay. Now, going to continue. Oh, there's all these units, look. This is sort of what I was anticipating, because now there's the sort of decision of what to do over here. And this is what this is, really. It's more, not so much a simulation, I never like to describe it as a simulation, but it's a simulation of what's happening. And I don't really know what has happened, but it's sort of, the headline is basically saying Al-Shabaab fighters recapture Bari area after Somalia Amisom troops backed by US forces retreated. Now you might see that they might retreat if they've got a threat down here that's quite significant. These Somali units won't be able to defend against this. So we're going to retreat. It's really worth going around that track. Let's see how he fares, just going straight down. It's quick at this thing. What's the point in following roads? He's got no movement. And I think I'm going to have to use these units. Okay. Well, they should probably split up. What was I thinking just a minute ago? I don't know. Oh yeah, that's what. So basically they did capture it, sort of on the 11th, but then they retreated on the 12th. And then they had reason to be having some engagements down here. So that's sort of pretty much how it worked. But here come the troops that were actually designed to take Bari. So now I think they've definitely got to sort of split up. And I'm going to put him there, which blocks those units and protects this motorized company. I'm going to leave these rockets here. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to fire these rockets against these mechanized units because they're the toughies. 0.3 damage, 1.3 depression. I'm going to attack into here. Should be about 5, 6, 7, 8 to 1. And they force the Somalians back. If I stay there, it makes it difficult for him to come round here in any way. However, I think I want to move there, although I've got no movement. So that resolves that. Okay, well we've got units here that could possibly help. This unit's going to move into there and hold because he's got some depressions. Okay. Okay, so what are we going to do with this air power? There's only 3 more sorties left. I think the thing to do with it will be to go for this stack. You made a mistake leaving them stacked up, because I'll be able to get all three of them. Yep, look at that. And this is a good way to do damage to the irregulars, because they're quite susceptible to air power. They don't sort of, I don't know, was it sweep it off? I don't remember these terms. 1.3, 2, and 1.3. So they're all down a notch. They're all now battle fatigued. So that's the air power. I think what we're going to do... this is a village, and so I get 10% bonus for being in there. I think it's 10%. You know what? I'm going to look at the rules. Yeah, villages get 10% bonus. See how these rules work? I've sort of done them. They're not perfect, but they now actually sort of work, you know, so you can actually do things. Anyway, so 10%, which is better than nothing. So I'm going to go back into there. I'm going to move this Somali unit into the airbase, because I'm going to treat it as though it's important, because I think it's probably more important than the town, although it's not an objective. And Decisions. Defender retreats. It sort of splits them up a bit, but they don't take any depressions from that. But it pushes them back. 3-1 DR, so that's nice. Pushes them up to depression of 3.2, and against this unit, that should be 3, 4, 5-1 thereabouts. DR. So we've managed to hold our ground, pushing the units back, which obviously loses them ground, separating them from their rockets, because that was a bit of a mistake, leaving their rockets vulnerable, and their attack force isn't so potent now. I've only got a few minutes left, so let's see how this pans out, but it's now the Al-Shabaab turn. Now what will they do? Well, they've recaptured their objective. They're going to have to move this guy at least strategically somewhere. A little further, and that's about as far as he can get. He's got rocket power. Should we fire on that unit? We can't do anything else, so let's do that. 0.7. Okay. Now, do I surround this, or do I split it and try and get this back? Oh, that's it.